Welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. I'm here with Steven, and we are going to jump into a Booker's. This is the 2022-03, and this is the Kentucky Tea batch. Now, I don't really care about the sob story on the card. I care about the whiskey inside the bottle. So we're going to drink it. Now, your buddy helped you find this?
Yeah, so big shout out to my buddy Jeff. He was in the right place, right time.
And found it for retail?
For retail, yeah.
Nice. Go ahead and pour yourself some. I always prefer to pay retail for Booker's when I have the opportunity. I don't like overpaying for Booker's. But so this is your first Booker's, and which is really fun for me, and I like that fact. Now this is a 7-year, 4-month, 14 days, 63%. 63.25 to be specific. And let's nose it and see what we think. Now, when you're nosing, do you use both nostrils?
I do, and mouth open.
Good, yeah. Now, I go back and forth. I do like all the combinations. I do, left, right, open, closed, and just really like let it get all up in there.
Yeah, so again, I'm getting that plum on this.
The thing that jumps out first for me is citrus. It's like a tangy, like that little stinginess in your nose. It doesn't really present from the alcohol, but it feels more like citrus. Like when you're making an old fashioned and you twist the orange peel and you get that little citrus zing. I get the dark fruit that you're calling plummy. Caramel. I would even go butterscotch. You know what I should have done before we started this? I should have grabbed my nosing kit for you to play with. That would be fun. Maybe we'll do that in a minute. It's got a nice vanilla. It's actually a really nice nose.
Yeah, it's not overly offensive in any way.
There's nothing rough or sharp.
There's complexity and balance, I would say.
I also get a little floweriness, like flower petals.
Yeah, that and some cookie dough, maybe.
I could see cookie dough. I could get on board with that. There's a little doughiness to it, a little bready. Let's taste it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now you do the Kentucky Chew. I don't really like the Kentucky Chew. It's to me, when I do Kentucky Chew, I just end up with like a lot of spice in my mouth. Like the spiciness just kind of takes over and drowns out some of the other flavors. So like in the same way that on nosing, I do the multiple nosing methods, tasting, I kind of do the same thing. So my first taste is usually just a straight sip, let it linger for a moment, swallow. And then the second sip, I hold it in my mouth a little longer. For whatever reason, I don't love using the Kentucky Chew method. Everybody's different. There's no wrong way to taste whiskey. But for me, when I do the chew, it's like the spiciness just takes over in my mouth, and then I can't pick out notes. So I can't do that. There are a lot of people that use the chew, and nothing wrong with it. But for me, it doesn't really work well.
Yeah, for me, I just get so much more when I do that. More notes.
I would go, there's a lot of oak influence on this one. It's there's some dark, like burnt caramel, and it really sticks on the front of your teeth, like thick and oily. Nice vanilla.
This to me is like a mouthful of cookie dough.
I can see that, but obviously it's spicy, so it's like spicy cookie dough. That's nice. It's very nice. let's compare it to my Country Ham, which was 2019-03, which was my favorite batch. And this is, that's all I've got left. And then it's gone forever, well, at least for me. I'm sure there's some people have it out there in their collection. Try that and let's compare that to this. The nose is quite different. Now, specs-wise, the Country Ham is 6 years, 4 months, 2 days, 62.35, so within a proof point, or say within a percentage point, excuse me. 2019-03.
I'm gonna say maybe smoother, but less complexity than the tea.
You think so? I would say on the nose, you're right. The tea does have something else going on.
This is more candy,
Yeah,
more the caramel, the butterscotch.
yeah, I would agree. Oh yeah. The tea is a little bit rougher and a little more edgy. The ham is more candied and sweet and pretty and caramelly.
Yeah, the tea was a meal to me. This is a dessert.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. That's a good analogy. Yeah. So which one do you like better?
I hate this
You know, it's
question
funny-
because it's like, who's your favorite kid? You just can't do it.
Right? That's what. Well, you know how I feel. I'm the same way. There's some kids I like less than others, as you're gonna see in some videos coming up. But yeah, I know what you mean. So it is hard to compare two separate things from a lot of years apart. For me, the tea gives the ham a run for its money because it's so big and loud. I don't know. I don't know if I could say one's better than the other. They're just very different. They're very different, which is surprising because it's Booker's. This hits me. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Bardstown Discovery. Weirdly enough, a couple batches of Bardstown Discovery that I've had. The tea does, where it's big and it's loud, and those are blended bourbons, you know, from multiple different distilleries. This is blended too from one distillery. They're blending barrels together to make this flavor profile, but it kind of reminds me of some of the, I want to say batch 4, Discovery 4. Discovery? Yeah, Discovery 4. I think 4. Now I'm just waffling. I can't remember which one, but there's a couple that I liked that didn't have Dickel in them, that were a blend of Kentucky and wherever the hell else, but really loud and boisterous, and that kind of reminds me of this tea. It's just got a lot going on, which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big and loud, which is what I want my Bookers to be. If I'm gonna pay $100 for it, I want it to be big and loud. I don't want it to be normal Jim Beam.
There's a lot to love. If you're talking about doing one thing the best way, I can see how the ham could win that one.
Yeah, if you're going for dessert sweet bourbon, ham's winning.
Yeah,
But
the
if
tea
you're
just brings so
going-
much to the table.
Yeah, if you're going for big, loud, obnoxious bourbon, then the tea's got you.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Stephen, for bringing this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great day.